What's up people, Tasaran here, and welcome to a short video where I am addressing some questions that I've been asked regarding the WoW Classic servers and my thoughts upon them. So essentially, 3 words, it's about time. Thank God, I'm so over the moon about the whole prospect of seriously legit vanilla. I'm bang up for it. As you can see, I'm already back on retail. I'm playing as my new Death Knight, which is a series I've started on Friday, which is my day off. I recorded loads of episodes of it, so until you've caught up with watching them, I can spend my time in Azeroth learning professions up to 300, so therefore I can benefit from the professions as we play through. So that's kind of what I'm concentrating on at the moment. I want to sort of play vanilla. Retail. I've been talking to a lot of the people that I play with and friends and that, like Navarian and a couple of others, and it's difficult now to invest our time in these private servers, knowing full well that we're not going to be staying. Since Elysium and Light's Hope and all the split, those realms just don't feel the same. It's hard to trust. We don't know whether or not, I mean, that's the thing with private servers, they could shut down at any minute without warning, as they did, and it's not the first time. So I kind of want to stick clear of the private servers at the moment. I mean, the Tasaran Tauren Hunter was actually my first ever private server experience, and I loved it. It was fantastic, and we got to level 60. Didn't get to go into any raids as such because shit hit the fan, but what can you do? What can you do? That's private server madness for you. Okay, so there's been a lot of speculation as to the actual legacy servers themselves. Are they going to be upgrading us with the new skins, new animations? Is it going to be progressive? You know, will it start at 1.0 or will it go up to the end, sort of, you know, the 1.12 with everything we've released? My personal opinion, it's just my opinion, I feel we're going to get vanilla. I think it's a case of, you know, they've listened. Vanilla is what you ask for, therefore vanilla is what you're going to get. Although I would love to see updated graphics and animations and all the rest of it, and the new character models, I think that would be great. It would be like a better version of what they're going to do with the remake of Final Fantasy VII, although not episodic or ruining it like that or changing it, but giving it a kind of up-to-date feel. I don't see that happening. I think it's going to be just vanilla, and then if anybody complains, then it will be, well, that's what you asked for, that's what we're giving you. Speaking it over with, again, a couple of friends, they think that perhaps it's going to be progressive to the point in which it will then lead into Burning Crusade, and it will then lead into Wrath of the Lich King and so on. Personally, I can't see that happening either, simply because once it hits its peak, it will get gradually shit again, the same as what general retail has done. So I can't see that happening. Perhaps they'll have different servers for vanilla, a different server for Burning Crusade, a different server for Wrath of the Lich King, and then I can see that. There are private servers out there for Cataclysm. I can't see why. It's dog shit. Personally, I felt that I mean, I can't remember whether or not that was the one Siege of Orgrimmar was in. I honestly can't remember, although I did like Siege of Orgrimmar. Excuse me, still ill. The raid, Siege of Orgrimmar, I did actually really enjoy. I thought that was sort of like the last greatest raid. I can't remember what expansion that was in. It's been such a long time. But I can't see that. Oh, Cataclysm private server. What's the point of that? I didn't like Cataclysm. But yeah, I think if they did the separate servers and all, for each of the expansions, but bring them out gradually, perhaps allow you to transfer your character on to the Burning Crusade if that's what people want. Yeah, that's a possibility. But as far as from it's just my opinion. I think it's going to be, you asked for vanilla, you got vanilla. If you don't like it, you shouldn't have asked for it. And then that whole you think you do but you don't thing could turn into a petty "I told you so," which would be a shame. It would be a shame. I don't want to put like a downer on the whole thing, but if they just bring out just the raw vanilla as it was, without changing fuck all, it would be great. As far as the actual servers go, which is still the biggest, flat out the biggest downfall for me personally. I'll just come out of here just to show you. Log out. Oh god, don't tell me that crap. I've got to wait 18 seconds. The biggest downfall that I personally find at the moment is the cross-realm rubbish. It's just, for me, that was when it turned to shit. I mean, if we go on here, retrieve, look at them all, look at them all, look at them all, look at them all, look at them all. Look, I'm going all the way down, look. And all of them, like, right, we've got a couple of highs, but it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And then offering the cross realm. I mean, all right, it negates queue times, but do you know what I mean? Why not just piss off? Why not just merge a few of these together so we can all play together without any major issues? That's number one. Number two, which again kills me, really kills me, is that obviously, as you know, I play with Navarian and Bailiff and all that lot. I can't play with my American friends without purchasing an American version of the game. Why is there that split? So I'm hoping that when it comes to the classic WoW, I'm praying that they don't do that shit and I can play with my friends from across the water, because I honestly cannot see why they would do that. I mean, I play on the private servers, the server is across the water, wherever it may be. My ping weren't that bad, it was fine. It was alright. It was alright. So I can't see why you would stop me from playing with my American friends. That part kills me, and I'm really hoping, that when the classic servers come out, that is something that is seriously sorted out, because we play these MMOs, we meet new people, we make new friends, and can't engage, which is a real shame. But hopefully when the vanilla classic servers come out, they won't do it. I mean, it's going to be in it, but what can you do? Okay, so what does this mean for my channel currently? I'm gonna have to call it with Tasaran the Hunter. I just am. as you saw when I was just going through the realms list, I have created Tasaran, a Tauren Hunter, so I've got the name saved if I change my mind, but it's there. I can kind of crack on if I want to. I really, as I say, I really want to play Death Knight because I love Wrath of the Lich King. So I've already started. On my day off, I've recorded loads of episodes of the Death Knight, and until you've caught up, I'm going to take the opportunity to level up my professions, as I may have well stated. So that will be a series that's going to be a very strong focus on the channel at the moment. As far as my Rogue series goes, on Light's Hope, that will continue. That will continue because, as far as I'm concerned, vanilla was one of the greatest times. Oh, Brythorn, fantastic. Was one of the excuse me, was one of the greatest times for rogues, with the poisons, lock picking, and all the rest of it. It's great fun, and I've got no intention whatsoever of stopping that. So don't worry if you've come into it watching the Rogue series. That's going to crack on flat out. My priest on the Burning Crusade server, I'm still unsure. I've still got quite a few videos to actually release on it. I don't know whether or not it's going to be, because obviously we've seen Azeroth as it was, and on Ares the 1 to 60 is a kind of dead server. So I plan on still showing at the very least up to the end of the Blood Elf start zone. As far as Outland goes, I'm currently in Outland at the moment with my Death Knight, so that's... I know it's not the same, because obviously there are a lot of changes has been made, but it will be a case of, I might, once those videos have been released up to the end of the Blood Elf start zone, it might go on pause for a bit. Maybe. I don't want to take on too many. But what I'll probably do is that will then go on pause, and then it will give me chance to carry on with two characters that I know many of you really liked, which is Gornak, the Orc Warrior, and Kithari, my Gnome Priest. I see no reason whatsoever why they can't crack on, because they're awesome, great fun, especially Gornak the Warrior. I mean, with the animations, with the yeah, awesome. So those series will be, I'll be picking them back up again. There's a lot to do, and I know that with the time that I have to actually do my recordings, it's a bit... I do what I can when I can. I can't really promise anything more than that, but that's what I'm going to be doing thus far. So, well, classic servers, fantastic. It's going to be a kind of see you later, not goodbye, but see you later to the private servers, unless anything in particular happens. Tasaran, the Death Knight, I know I haven't released any of the videos of it yet, but fucking fantastic what they've done to the Death Knight since the last time I played it, because it was really good when it first came out, then it went a bit shit, and everyone was like, no, you got to go Frost, you got to go Frost. I don't like Frost, I just don't, it's boring. I like Unholy, and I've been playing as Unholy on this one, and it's shit hot. It is fantastic, and I'm loving it. Okay, I also suppose it would be irresponsible of me not to mention the Battle for Azeroth. We've all seen the cinematic with Sylvanas and Anduin, and it's just brilliant with that mass res thing that he did, obviously because Anduin's priest. Looked fantastic. I'm hyped. I'm really looking forward to. There's supposed to be a massive stat squish. As far as I know, it's already happened. I don't know. I mean, put in the comments, let me know. But it's like, look, plate mail, 51 armor. I mean, that's like level 15 cloth kind of stats. So I think perhaps the stat squish kind of has already happened. It seems that way. But I really like that, because it was getting to the point where, you know, you've got kajillion hit points. You know, you might as well just turn all your numbers to percentages, because it's all relative. It doesn't really change the feel, but it does make things a little bit more palatable. The level scaling, which I'm really looking forward to, is the reason why I've not made a level 1 yet. Because I think the level scaling is going to sort out one of the other issues that I had, which was where you go to a zone, you do 2 quests, and you're done. You've out-leveled it, time to shoot on. So it's going to give us opportunity to complete quest lines and particular stories that we're into without out-leveling them. Because it's all going to scale. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of zones which we can then skip afterwards or whatever, but at least we can focus on playing the content that we want to play and actually feel worthwhile. I think that's fantastic. Fair play for coming up with that. The challenge is missing. What we want is the challenge. That's why we're all after vanilla. Bring that difficulty back. Bring back the need to socialise, the need to get in touch with other players, to group up. Final Fantasy Online and ESO Online in particular do a fantastic job of that by rewarding you for being with other people. I know on the ESO, if I see someone in battle and I heal them, just heal them as I walk past, I then get some of the experience for doing that, which is great. In Final Fantasy Online, you have the fate system where everybody cracks on, gets involved, and has a word with like these big world boss mob things. Fantastic. I really don't understand why if you remember the invasions that came out as a prelude to Legion, I mean, wow, how much fun was that? Everybody cracking on together to defeat these world mobs and bosses and shit, and flying around. We all got rewarded with it. It was so much fun. Bring something like that to the table, and that's where I think Blizzard need to go to. We need to get back. We need to get the MMO back in the MMORPG. I mean, as you can see, I've been stood here for ages. No one. This place is fucking barren. In the city, there's a few people about. Again, a lot of them different realms, but it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. But that's what I think's still missing: the challenge and the need to be with other people. At the moment, it's still dungeon finder. You get grouped up with a lot of people from different realms. They probably don't give a shit about you, and ninja the items, leave, grouping up, not saying a word. You know, I always like, if I join a party, I'll say hi at the very least and see what happens. And more often than not, they don't even say hello back. So I'd love to see some more of that into Blizzard. Now, sorry if this video's kind of just me, but it's so much easier to put it in a video rather than to type it in a comment every time someone asks me. As far as I know, I haven't missed anything. Battle for Azeroth, Vanilla, what's happening with the channel. So yeah, let me know what you think. You know, what do you think is going to happen with the Vanilla servers? Personally, I think it's going to be just there. You asked for Vanilla, that's what you wanted, there you go. If you don't like it, then I told you so. Battle for Azeroth, I'm really hoping for some great things, like get rid of the garrison, get rid of the shipyard, even the class hall. I mean, I didn't really say with my hunter, which was like the ending of the first series that I did, which, to be honest, I don't even think the last episode sees me getting to 110. I am at 110. I just kind of got there. But it was a case of I just want to get to 110 just so I haven't got to log in the character anymore. I just did fucking like Legion. Sorry, I was fucking boring. Couldn't. And yeah, we're going to have to go through it all again before we can get to the new level cap of 120. But that's something I can. Perhaps there'd be more changes by the time I get there. But it's going to be the Death Knight I'll get there with first. And then I'll do another 1 to 120 once the level scalings come into it, and then we can enjoy that. So it's pretty much all I can think of at the moment. Sorry if there is anything I miss. Sorry if you don't agree with me. It happens. But it's just my opinion. That's what these videos are for. But to summarise, I'm hyped. Really looking forward to it. So thanks an awful lot for watching. I do really appreciate it. Please let me know what you think in the comments, whether it be good, bad, agree, disagree. I don't give a shit. I just want to know your opinions. It's always a good idea to... I can't socialise in the game, I might as well socialise on YouTube, and I'll fucking right. So thanks again, and I'll see you all in, well, it'll be part 1 of the Death Knight. See you then.